The evolution of human belief systems is a fascinating and intricate process that reflects changes in cultural, social, and historical contexts. One of the most significant shifts in recent centuries has been the gradual decline of traditional religious practices and the concurrent rise of spirituality. This shift is evident in many parts of the world, particularly in Western societies, where secularization, individualism, and the quest for personal meaning have played crucial roles in shaping modern attitudes toward religion and spirituality. The decline of traditional religion and the rise of spirituality are complex phenomena that intersect with philosophical, psychological, and sociological developments. Traditional religion, a historical overview. Traditional religions, especially the monotheistic faiths such as Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, have dominated the spiritual landscape for centuries. These religions are characterized by organized structures, codified doctrines, sacred texts, rituals, and established institutions that shape the lives of their adherents. For much of history, religion served as the foundation of societal order, moral guidance, and community identity. It was closely intertwined with governance, education, and cultural practices. In traditional societies, religious beliefs were often unquestioned, and religious authority was rarely challenged. Clergy, priests, and religious leaders held significant influence over both individual lives and larger societal matters. These religions provided a clear framework for understanding life, the cosmos, and humanity's place within it. Their teachings were often absolute and unchanging, with the promise of salvation or eternal life in exchange for devotion and adherence to religious laws. However, the dominance of traditional religion began to face challenges during the Age of Enlightenment, which emphasized reason, science, and individual autonomy. Enlightenment thinkers such as Voltaire, Rousseau, and Kant questioned religious dogma and sought to replace faith-based explanations of the world with rational, empirical knowledge. This intellectual movement laid the groundwork for the secularization of society, which has continued into the modern era. Secularization and the decline of traditional religion. Secularization refers to the process by which religion loses its influence over various aspects of public life, including politics, education, and law. In the 19th and 20th centuries, industrialization, urbanization, and globalization led to dramatic shifts in social structures, which in turn reduced the role of religion in people's lives. The growth of scientific knowledge and technological advancements offered alternative explanations for natural phenomena, diminishing the need for religious explanations. As societies modernized, people began to view religion more as a private matter rather than a public, institutional force. In Western countries, particularly in Europe and North America, traditional religious institutions saw a decline in membership, particularly among younger generations. Church attendance dropped, religious practices became less frequent, and belief in supernatural entities, such as God or gods, waned. Sociologists, such as Max Weber, noted this trend and argued that the disenchantment of the world, brought about by the rise of science and rationalism, led to the decline of religious authority. People no longer relied on religion to explain the mysteries of existence or the workings of the natural world. Additionally, the rise of individualism, which emphasizes personal autonomy and self-expression, has led many individuals to seek their own paths to meaning and fulfillment outside of traditional religious frameworks. As society became more diverse and pluralistic, individuals began to question the validity of a single, universal religious truth, and sought more personalized, flexible spiritual practices that could accommodate a range of beliefs and experiences. Let me know spirituality. In contrast to traditional religion, spirituality is often described as a more individualized, experiential, and open-ended approach to the divine or transcendent. Unlike traditional religions, which are typically organized and institutionalized, spirituality emphasizes personal experience, inner transformation, and a connection with something greater than oneself, whether that is conceived as God, the universe, or an inner consciousness. Spirituality is difficult to define because it is inherently fluid and diverse. It is not tied to a particular set of beliefs, practices, or institutions, and it can encompass a wide range of practices and traditions, from meditation and mindfulness to New Age healing and mysticism. For many, spirituality is a way to explore questions about existence, purpose, and identity, without being constrained by the dogma and rituals of traditional religions. One of the key factors contributing to the rise of spirituality is the quest for personal meaning. In a world that is increasingly complex and uncertain, people are searching for ways to connect with their inner selves and find a sense of peace and fulfillment. Traditional religions, with their rigid structures and often dogmatic teachings, may seem inadequate in providing answers to the deeper questions of life. Spirituality, by contrast, offers a more flexible and individualized path to self-discovery and personal growth. Moreover, many people are drawn to spirituality because it allows them to engage with the transcendent in a way that feels authentic and meaningful to them. Spiritual practices such as meditation, yoga, and prayer are often seen as ways to cultivate a deeper sense of connection to the divine or to the universe, without the need for intermediaries such as priests or religious leaders. This focus on personal experience and direct connection with the sacred is a key feature of the spiritual movement, which contrasts with the hierarchical structures of traditional religion. The influence of Eastern philosophies. The rise of spirituality has also been influenced by the influx of Eastern philosophies and practices into the West, particularly during the 20th century. Buddhism, Hinduism, Taoism, and other Eastern traditions emphasize inner peace, mindfulness, and the interconnectedness of all beings. Practices such as meditation, yoga, and Tai Chi have become popular worldwide, and many people have adopted these practices as part of their spiritual journey. These Eastern traditions often emphasize the importance of self-awareness, non-attachment, and the pursuit of enlightenment or self-realization. Unlike traditional Western religions, which often focus on worshiping a personal God and following a prescribed set of doctrines, Eastern philosophies encourage individuals to seek their own path to spiritual awakening through direct experience and personal transformation. This emphasis on individual experience has resonated with many people in the modern era who may feel disconnected from the institutionalized aspects of traditional religions. The role of psychology and the search for inner peace. The rise of spirituality can also be understood in terms of psychological and emotional needs. In an increasingly fast-paced and stressful world, many people are turning to spiritual practices as a way to manage stress, anxiety, and existential dissatisfaction. Meditation, mindfulness, and other spiritual techniques are often used as tools for cultivating inner peace, emotional resilience, and a sense of meaning in life. Psychologists such as Carl Jung and Abraham Maslow have contributed to the understanding of spirituality as a crucial aspect of human development. Jung, for example, emphasized the importance of integrating the unconscious mind and finding balance between the ego and the deeper layers of the self. He believed that spiritual practices could help individuals achieve this integration, leading to greater psychological wholeness and self-awareness. Maslow's hierarchy of needs also highlights the role of self-actualization and spiritual fulfillment as higher-order needs that contribute to personal growth and well-being. The increasing popularity of mindfulness-based practices, such as mindfulness-based stress reduction, MBSR, reflects this growing recognition of spirituality as a means of enhancing mental and emotional health. These practices, which originate in Buddhist traditions, have been widely adopted in therapeutic settings and have become an important part of the broader spiritual landscape. Conclusion: the shift toward spirituality. The decline of traditional religion and the rise of spirituality are interconnected phenomena that reflect broader social, cultural, and psychological changes in modern society. As traditional religious institutions have lost their influence, spirituality has emerged as a more individualized and flexible alternative. People are increasingly seeking personal experiences of the divine or transcendent, often outside the bounds of organized religion. The rise of spirituality reflects a growing desire for self-exploration, inner peace, and personal meaning in a world that is often chaotic and uncertain. While traditional religions continue to play an important role for many people, the shift toward spirituality highlights a broader trend toward individualism, self-expression, and the search for deeper meaning. Whether through meditation, yoga, or other practices, spirituality offers a way for individuals to connect with something greater than themselves, without the need for institutional structures or dogmatic beliefs. In this sense, spirituality represents a response to the modern quest for personal fulfillment, authenticity, and transcendence.